Hamas out. Gaza protesters demand peace, pizza, and a petting zoo. In a plot twist wilder than a camel on rollerblades, the streets of northern Gaza erupted this week with a kind of rebellion that makes history books blush. Hundreds of Palestinians, armed with nothing but sunburns, sass, and a questionable playlist of protest anthems, featuring an off-key Sweet Caroline, stormed Beit Lahia shouting, "Hamas out." That's right, the militant group that's been Gaza's landlord, warlord, and unofficial rocket decorator for 18 years is facing a mutiny so ridiculous it's practically performance art. "We're over it," bellowed local troublemaker Ahmed, 34, waving a sign that read, 18 years of Hamas, still no Taco Tuesday. With his flip-flops flapping and his beard bristling with revolutionary fervor, he laid out the protesters' demands: peace? Sure. Freedom? Obviously. But also, can we get a government that doesn't think infrastructure is just a fancy word for another tunnel to nowhere? The crowd roared as he chucked a stale pita at a stray cat, who promptly yeeted it back. The grievances were as petty as they were hilarious. "I'm tired of dodging drones just to get a lousy signal for Candy Crush," griped Fatima, a mom of 5 who showed up with a megaphone and a dream. Her banner? "Stop the war, start the Wi-Fi." She added, "My kids deserve a future, preferably one with a bouncy castle and fewer explosions. Also, where's the ice cream? I blame Hamas and the heat index." Nearby, a teenager named Mahmoud live-streamed the chaos on TikTok, captioning it, "When your rulers store rockets in your closet but can't fix the pothole that ate your goat." #Hamas out #send help. Hamas, clearly not ready for this level of shade, flailed like a fish in a falafel fryer. "This is a Zionist conspiracy," sputtered spokesman Abu Flabbergasted, tripping over his own sandal during an emergency press conference held in what looked like someone's uncle's garage. "These ingrates don't get it, we're heroes of resistance. We've got rockets, grit, and vibes?" When a reporter asked about the rumored falafel famine, he panic shouted, "It's the blockade's fault. And big hummus. And maybe Mercury retrograde." Before storming off to sulk behind a pile of sandbags. The protesters, meanwhile, turned the rally into a full-on circus. A guy in a knockoff Spider-Man costume scaled a lamppost, yelling, "I'd swing us all out of here if Hamas hadn't pawned my web shooters." Another dude, calling himself DJ Ceasefire, spun remixes of air raid sirens while a grandma lobbed tomatoes at a Hamas billboard, screaming, "Fix my sink or I'll fix you." One sign demanded, "Less jihad, more Java, where's my Starbucks?" Another genius held up a picture of a llama with the caption, "Even this guy would run Gaza better." The absurdity hit peak levels when a kid named Yusuf, age 9, marched out with a petition for a petting zoo instead of a missile silo. "I want goats, not goats getting blown up," he declared, earning a standing ovation and a high five from a random pigeon. By dusk, the crowd was chanting, "Hamas out. Pizza in. And maybe a water slide." A wish list so unhinged it could only come from people who've spent decades dodging chaos with a side of dark humor. International pundits, sipping overpriced lattes from safe distances, couldn't resist. "This is a game changer," pontificated some suit from a think tank called the Institute of Who Cares. Gaza's saying, "Enough rockets, give us Netflix and chill." Others predicted Hamas would counter with a strategic falafel drop or a promise of one free tunnel tour per family. For now, the protesters are holding firm, fueled by spite, sunlight, and a shared hallucination of a Gaza where ceasefire means party time and the only thing launching is a new food truck scene.